Welcome back. You know that eyes are one of our 5 vital senses, and I think without our eyes, we'd be pretty handicapped. We process about 80% of the information around us through vision, so the importance of taking care of our eyes cannot be overlooked. Today, to give her insight on eye health care is optometrist and Bausch & Lomb consultant, Dr. Rhonda Robinson. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm so excited to meet you.
Now, of all the exams that we go through in a year, the eye exam is the most pleasant.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, but it's so important. And,
yes.
I understand the without eyes. I mean, gosh, it's just a pitiful thing. So. Why is it important, though, other than not seeing, to have your eyes examined every year?
Well, it's interesting as you talk about the life calendar, because the reasons for an annual eye exam really change as our own bodies naturally change through our own life calendar.
Right.
So, for example, at the beginning of life, babies between the age of 6 months and a year really should be screened to determine if there's any tendency for lazy eye. People have probably heard of that.
Oh, yes.
But to make sure that their visual system is fully developed and functional.
Well, what does the screening consist of?
Well, they want to make sure that the eyes are equal, that both eyes are functioning. Sometimes, especially a baby or even children, or adults for that matter, when we do an exam, we might be using one eye but not the other, and so we want to make sure that the eyes are being used together. So that's really important.
So,
and then for school children, I think it's, as you mentioned, that's such a great statistic, because really 80% of learning is through the eyes. So children, of course, in school need to be examined every year, not just to make sure their vision is sharp and clear, but like we were talking about lazy eye, how well they use their eyes together, how they focus, and sometimes a school screening won't pick that up. Right. So having a comprehensive exam is important.
Technology in the last 20 years has changed drastically.
Yes.
It's not just the television anymore. It's tiny little iPods, tiny little cell phones.
Yes.
Children are focusing narrower and narrower and narrower, smaller and smaller. And what should we do about this?
Well, not just children, but, the way teenagers communicate now is by text. I know my son won't even answer the phone if it's ringing right next to him, if it's not a text noise.
Right.
So I think even young adults, computers, everybody's on their BlackBerry. And I find that really slight changes in a person's prescription can make a world of difference in their all-day visual comfort.
Rather than just enlarging the type.
Exactly.
So you have 2 words on your screen of your telephone. I see some people with type that big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Takes up the whole screen. So now, how does normal aging really impact our eyes?
Well, it's interesting because it happens to all of us. Whether you have perfect vision, you're nearsighted, you're farsighted, what happens inside the eye is where we find the human lens. And one of the natural changes that happens as we age is that lens stiffens with age. And so it doesn't focus as easily as it once did when we were younger. So when we approach our late 30s, early 40s, people start, pushing things back a little bit. They have a little eye strain, fatigue. And then that lens continues to stiffen to the point where now we can't even see up close. Yes. And that's called presbyopia.
Okay. And yes, and is this condition easily corrected?
Oh, yes. Actually, it's such a great time to be presbyopic because not only can we correct that with reading glasses or multifocal glasses, but we have multifocal contact lenses now that are much more natural than multifocal glasses. For example, with multifocal glasses, you look through the top to see distance and the bottom reading. But if you're looking at the top shelf at the grocery and you want to read a label, you have to do this to get into the reading part.
Or lift your glasses up.
Exactly, and that can be a literal pain in the neck. So multifocal contact lenses work very differently. The multifocal contact lens from Bausch & Lomb, for example, the reading optics are in the center of the lens, and then it changes gradually to the intermediate to the periphery. So the optics for here, the optics for there, the optics for out there, it's all in there all the time. So you can see up close, not just looking down, but straight ahead at your computer, the top shelf at the grocery.
I wear contact lenses, and I can see distance as well as close up, but I
not
have
together.
No, 50, 200.
Right. So that's a lot of people think that's a multifocal. That's called monovision.
Monovision.
So a lot of people adapt to that.
I'm really reading with my right eye, and I'm really seeing distance with my left eye.
Right. So you're not using your eyes together like we're really is more natural. So one eye is always blurry for you.
So I just have to make sure that I do 50-50 all day long, right? 50% reading. 50%.
You just need to come to my office in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'll take good care of you.
I am going to try. Yes, I am. Bausch and Lomb will save me yet again. Well, these are Bausch and Lomb, too, I'm sure.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much. This is so interesting. And medical research and medical advancements they keep coming at such a fast rate. And we have to take advantage of it to live longer and live better. Thanks to Bausch and Lomb, everyone in our studio audience is going home with an assortment of products. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
We'll be right back.
Bausch & Lomb Multifocal Contact Lenses. Say goodbye to reading glasses with Bausch & Lomb Multifocals. Find out how at goodbyereaders.com.
The hassles of wearing reading glasses.